Hi, and welcome back. This is Jordan, the Date Nutritionist, and this is another lesson in the Manage the Munchies course. So today we are going through Module 1, Lesson 3 of the course, and the topic is daily log or tracking. So when it comes to checking in with ourselves, logging can be a great way of figuring things out to help us notice any patterns or correlations, right? So you can think of it as like a science experiment, recording things like strains, how much and how we use cannabis. For example, if you were to smoke half of a joint of the green crack strain, so you're talking about how you're using it, inhalation, the strain, green crack, and the amount, which would be the half of a joint. So documenting stuff like that, along with any side effects. So if that half a joint were to make you, you notice that you feel like you really have cotton mouth or dry mouth afterwards, or if you get crazy munchies afterwards, or if your heart's racing or your palms are sweaty or whatever, documenting stuff like that can help us to recognize any kind of patterns or correlations between what we're doing and how we feel. And that is important when we come or when we're trying to work with the munchies, because if certain strains or lifestyle behaviors or habits are increasing the munchies, then you definitely want to know what those are so that you can remove them or use them in specific times, right? It's about getting very intentional with your cannabis use, and trying to make it work as best as you can for your lifestyle, and making lifestyle changes and tweaks as well. So I have included a free download, a page that you can print to log things like food, beverages, movement, sleep, gratitude, cannabis type and use, and more. So please feel free to download that, print it, or save it on your computer or phone or whatever to use. I also sell a version of that put together in a logbook on Amazon, and you will have the link for that. So there are different ways to log, right? Including you can use your phone like an app, or you can use the note app in your phone to log. You could even take photos of things like food, beverages, even your cannabis, and you could, have like the date stamped on there to show what you're using, and you could get real fun with it if you wanted to. You could also handwrite on paper, which is where the downloadable sheet that I have in there is for. The most important thing is finding a way that works for you, and that may take some trial and error, and that is totally okay, because we're just gathering data for our science experiment right now. Then we can use tips and tricks found in the course to help with modifying the experiment to get the desired outcome, which is less munchies. And just one more thing, when it comes to logging, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be, it's never going to be perfect. So just try to just push that through. Anything is better than nothing, right? It's like movement or water or vegetables. Like, anything that you have is going to be, that you do is going to be more beneficial than not doing it at all. So, don't, try not to get worked up and thinking, oh my God, I have to, log everything I do this day, or, oh, it's already, 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I've already forgotten to log. What's the point? I might as well start over. The best time to start over is right then. So we don't have to wait to start over. Just start doing it then. And at least you'll have something, and that's better than nothing. And the more that you do it, the more you'll get into a habit of doing it, and, being able to see if it is really helpful for you or not. So I encourage you to try logging, and to share anything that you log or any questions or comments. with us in the community so we know how you're doing. And I will see you in the next lesson.